Hey everybody, I am Billy Watkins and this is The Whole Package by Premier Packaging. Today we are joined by Heather Updike.
Hello.
Digital graphic designer here at
Yes.
Premier Packaging. Before we unpack what that actually is and what you do on a daily basis, let's get to know you. Tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, where you from, how you got here.
All right. So I'm a native of Ohio, originally from the Dayton area. So after graduating with a degree in visual communications, I entered into the label industry, where I learned a lot about barcodes and digital print.
You're always kind of you've always been sort of an artsy person, right?
I have.
Okay. How did and that's just did you throughout school you just a lot of doodling? How did that come about? How did you find out that you were artistic?
So it's funny because I always loved math and art in school, which play heavily both in the packaging industry. But I've always been a creative person. I enjoy doing artsy things. One of my favorite hobbies is actually refinishing old furniture.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
But my grandfather was an artist. And so as a kid, I used to enjoy sneaking into his studio and messing around with the different mediums, anywhere from oil painting to mosaics. So that was really cool.
It's amazing because it is almost an inherited trait. You see that a lot with artistic people. They are. My mother's very artistic, and she was a graphic designer way back in the day. And then I have two sisters. They're extremely artistic and creative, and they must have gotten it from her. And then there's me. And
yeah, my
not-
mom
not
always
the same.
had. She enjoyed sewing, so
Yep.
she always had a basement full of crafty stuff that I'd get into.
And you, so with this talent that you have, you started in the label industry, but you were working in Dayton. You were at another packaging company doing graphic design.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. How'd you get here?
So, although my degree and my passion lies within the graphic side, through mentorship over the years, I learned the structural side of design.
Okay.
So at the time the opportunity with Premier presented itself, my current position was a structural engineer, and making the move back into the graphic side of design in a production atmosphere was very exciting to me.
Okay. Giving you a new opportunity, and you moved down here. You're
Absolutely. I'm a
living
Louisville
in
native
You're
now.
a Louisvillian now. So you are, as we said, digital graphic designer. There's really not much, all graphic design, I would imagine these days is on the computer. For the most part. So what particularly are you doing on a daily basis?
Well, I think that the term digital tends to gear towards more on-screen media.
Okay.
And I think that the distinction between the two is going to be the ability to create high-end 3D renderings.
Okay.
But I am responsible for creating production-ready graphic layouts and print specs, providing quality production-focused artwork solutions, high-res 3D graphic renderings, and also digitally printed prototype samples.
So the process is customer wants a box. Maybe they're not entirely sure what type, but they have their logo, they have the graphics they want to slap on there. They send you the artwork. You are what's the next step?
So a lot of times a customer will come to us and they'll want to explore different structural options, much like this customer here, who wanted to explore different styles of cartons, different tearaways. The trend nowadays is the unboxing experience.
The whole,
you
get it on your front porch.
Absolutely.
And you want the tactile and the visual and everything.
You want
right?
the feel goods when you open the box.
Yep.
And so the customers will come to us to explore different styles of carton. A structural engineer will then create a CAD. And that will include the style, the size, the board grade, the finish. And then once that's been determined, it'll move to creating the artwork. A majority of the times, the customer will already have an existing.
Yeah, they know what they're what they're doing. Is there a what's the process in terms of so you're providing the CAD file. This is a stupid question. What does CAD stand for? It's one of those things I reel off every day. Am I tricking you, or is there?
You are. As a graphic designer, I don't know the name.
So,
it's a term that's been around for
there
decades.
was one question I shouldn't have asked, it was that one, and it's like a gotcha. So okay, we'll come back someday.
Yeah, no, it's the structural file. It's very, very technical. We're talking 64ths of an inch.
Right.
Very technical drawings.
Showing you exactly what this thing is going to look like when produced. But what is the? Do we have a fairly involved? The customer sends you art files. You're placing it. You create the CAD. What do we do in terms of sending the customer some sort of physical representation of what this is going to look like and like a proof or whatever? Do we do that sort of thing?
So we do. We have the flat 2D drawings that are print specs.
Right.
But we also have the fancy high-end 3D renderings, and those are really nice. Over the years, they've come a long way.
Right.
We can go as far as to build out a palette. So you can see the graphics on the package, maybe the tray that separates the layers all the way down to the palette underneath. We can also animate those 3D renderings.
Okay.
So,
is there prints come a long way, and I think Premiere's capability of printing on a box has come a long way just in the last couple of years. Is there the expectation of the customer getting what they want on the box, is that something that is everybody's satisfied all the time, or is it?
Well, packaging is gearing more towards a luxurious look and feel.
Right.
And that's a whole different beast than the craft box corrugated manufacturing atmosphere.
Are you seeing a lot of that with luxury packaging? We
are seeing more and more luxury packaging, and to me, one of the most exciting parts of designing for packaging is the origami aspect. And
right.
So when you're designing on screen, you're looking at this flat 2D drawing, but you have to imagine in your mind how that's going to fold up together.
Right.
And with the luxury packaging, it really pushes the envelope in the sense that you have these multiple puzzle pieces coming together to form one component.
It's amazing. It's like the bin boxes that I do. I can't even fathom how people come up with them, and sometimes I think they're designing this just to frustrate me. But no, but all of these pieces that, like you say, in origami, that are folding together to make a rather complex structure. It's amazing. I don't know how you do it. Are you good at puzzles? Are you good?
I do enjoy puzzles.
So you can take that to other aspects.
I enjoy a good challenge.
What do you see as I guess the future of design and graphic design here at Premiere, and where we're moving towards?
So to me, the future of design is ultimately affecting change with creativity. It's embracing sustainability goals and new technologies that are constantly evolving, and then adapting to meet dynamic needs of consumers and businesses alike.
All about what the customer wants.
Absolutely.
Right? Making them happy. So much of your day-to-day is you're processing customer requests or customer artworks coming in. So there's some limits on the use of your creativity for that. But can you think of some things that you've done in the past year that you're particularly proud of, that have been challenging for you to do?
So my favorite type of project is one that I do get to use some original creativity, and so a lot of times our original artworks are used as sales tools.
Okay.
And this is where I have a little bit more creative freedom to take a customer's logo, pull up their website, get a good feel for their style,
right.
And develop proposed art, and maybe even do multiple renditions to kind of wow the customer.
Right. And have you've been able to do that and good feedback coming from the
Yes.
customer? That's exciting.
Yes.
As an artistic person, to be able to do that and make it pay off, that's what it's all about.
And it's really cool because in the lab we do have the wide format digital printer, so we can set up art, go ahead and print the carton, and see it instantaneously right there, so that you can see.
Huge change in capability and trend for the customer to be actually able to see exactly how that artwork's going to look.
Gives it the wow factor.
Yeah, for sure.
They like to feel it.
Is that thing running on a daily basis? I mean, we're just constantly putting proofs out from.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We don't do much production work on it. It is a sample printer.
Okay. Oh, Heather, it occurred to me you're just one of two graphic or digital graphic designers we have. It's you and one other person.
Correct. Myself and Macy.
Okay.
We're here in the Louisville design office.
You are, and you're doing it for everybody. All of our plants across the U.S. Is it a rather large task, or?
It can be. It can be large at sometimes, sure. But we do service the nation of Premier.
What from start to finish, how long does it typically take you this front end process? There's never enough time to get a customer a box when they need it, right? So that every second counts. But what are we talking about in terms of just this beginning process to get things going?
Sure. So it depends on the assets that are supplied by the customer.
Right.
If the customer sends in vector-based graphics that are to size, ready to go, it could be a matter of moments.
Okay.
But then we have customers that supply more art that needs adjusted. So rasterized files, maybe they don't have access to an internal designer.
Okay.
And so we have the ability to recreate some of that artwork.
And we can step in and help them and hold their hand and
Absolutely.
make sure that everything is perfect. That's
added service at Premier.
That's what we do. Do you have a favorite PMS color?
Oh, wow.
I know. I just pulled that one out of my.
Purple is my favorite color.
Okay.
And I should know the PMS color for that.
I used to know
unfortunately,
PMS
there's
colors.
millions.
There's a lot.
Yes.
I want to say, what does this sound right? 395 is a red, right? Does that sound right?
295 is
295.
295 is for sure
Okay.
red.
I want to say 877 is either silver or gold. Does that sound right?
I don't know.
We're gonna look that up. Between that and what the heck CAD means, we're gonna figure this out, and
Be the first thing I look up when I get back to my office.
and you'll be like, oh, that's what it means. Well, and thanks again, Heather, for joining us today. And until next time, everybody, this is Billy Watkins with The Whole Package by Premier Packaging.
Do you have comments, questions, or ideas about this topic? If so, we'd like to hear from you. Please visit primpack.com/podcast to let us know what you think. Thanks.